As all of you are aware, I gave a special tribute to Brian recently, and there was a quote from that tribute that is worth repeating. There is no chance, no destiny, no fate that can hinder or control the firm resolve of a determined soul. Yes, Ella Wheeler Wilcox must have had Brian in mind when she wrote that, because he has persevered and taught us how to be one team. I am so proud to bring up our visionary, our mentor, our fearless leader, Mr. Brian Waltrip.
That song just has so much motivation, inspiration, just makes you want to make a change, right? I think what's so impacting about that song, if you actually ever listen to the words, is the meaning, the underlying meaning behind it. That if you want to make a difference, if you want to make a change, all you got to do is stop, look in the mirror, and start with yourself. See, in this world, too often, when we want something to change, we look at someone else. When we have a problem, we don't have time to resolve it. We have an issue, we want to make a difference. We don't. Too often in this world, when change doesn't occur, we point blame, we're disappointed. When really, all we have to do is stop for 1 second, look in the mirror, look at ourselves, and start that change with us. See, if you want to make a change in your life, you want to make a change in your career, you have that opportunity. But you have to make that change. You want to make a change here at Westgate Park City. When you show up to your job, when you show up to work, when you walk down those halls, you want to make a change in your environment. You can't look at your team member, you can't look at your boss, you have to look at yourself. Well, that sounds great, right, for all the managers. I'm a manager, I've got the authority, the position, I can tell people what to do, I can make that change easy. All I have to do is just tell them. But Brian, what about me? What about the people who aren't the managers? The people who don't have that position, the people that don't have that title? What about me? I'm here to tell you, you have an opportunity to make that change. You don't believe me? I'm going to tell you a quick story how. A handful of you have heard this story, and this story to me is very inspirational. See, change is inspiring people. Not telling people what to do, but inspiring them. There was a story of this grocery store company. And what was so interesting about this grocery store company, this marketing director went around from each store. And they told each person in every store, you can make a difference. No matter what position you're in, no matter what your title is, no matter what your responsibilities are, you can make a difference. You just need to put your personal touch on it. Well, as you guys kind of heard today, that sounds great, but how? How can I do that? Well, more importantly, in one of those crowds, there was a young man. Young man, 19 years old, and he sat in the back. And like you might be doing, he wondered, how can I make a change? How can I make a difference? After all, I'm just a bagger. I'm not a manager. I'm not a director. I'm a bagger. How can I influence change? How can I impact people? Even more challenging, this individual had Down syndrome. However, this person went home and they thought long and hard, how can I make a difference? How can I make a change? And they thought about it. Finally, Johnny came up with an idea. See, Johnny came up with this idea that what he was going to do is he was going to go home. And each day when he went home, he was going to write down the thought of the day. He's go on the internet, parents were going to help him, search for it. And as he said, if he couldn't think of one, he'd just make it up. His parents would help type them up for him each day, print them out, cut all these thoughts of the day. And what Johnny would do every time he would bag a customer's groceries, he would say, "Thank you for shopping with us, have a great day," and put his thought of the day in. So one day, the manager walks into the store. Manager sees this line from this cashier all the way down the frozen food aisle. And as I would if I walked in a lobby and saw a line outside our lobby, I'm going to start calling people. We need more people checking in. Well, that's what the manager did. We need more cashiers. We need more baggers. We need more people up front. Sure enough, people came up front. But the line never got shorter. So now, everyone's sitting there, they're wondering, the manager doesn't understand. I've got more cashiers, I got more baggers, but I still got this long line. So the manager goes to the back of the line, goes to the woman and says, "Ma'am, come right over here. I have a line open for you. Get you checked out right now." She goes, "I don't want to. I want to be in this line." Manager's confused. "I'm confused." But ma'am, we can check you out right here." "No, I want to be in this line." See, I used to come to the grocery store whenever I really needed something. I'd go out of my way to come to the grocery store. Now, anytime I come near this place, I come in. And I specifically come to this line because I want to be in Johnny's line. But see, what even was more magical about that is Johnny didn't just impact people to wait in line. Johnny influenced others. Other departments started to think, how can I make a difference? The floral department started to take the broken flowers and make corsage and give it to the elderly. Every department started to come up with new ideas on how they could affect change in a positive way. How they can impact people. See, we have this misconception, you have to be a manager to be a leader. But that's not true. You have to lead with your heart. That's all you have to do. Leadership is not giving directives. It is inspiring people to do better. It is inspiring people to affect change in a positive way. No title can do that. No position can do that. Only your actions can. Only what you do each and every day. But what's so unique is on this property we have an opportunity. An opportunity most don't have. An opportunity for when a guest to arrive, they can leave their problems at home. And when they leave, they can take memories with them. Each one of us had that opportunity. We had that responsibility to affect change. We had that ability to create memories, to change people's lives. Maybe for a second, maybe for a day, maybe even for a lifetime. But when you wake up in the morning, when you come to work, you have to come with a purpose. And that purpose has to be to make a difference, to put your personal touch, to do what Johnny did. And not worry about what your position and what your responsibility, but worry about how you're going to make each person smile. How you're going to work with your heart, lead with your heart, and make a difference. And if you can do that, I can promise you, you will be a leader. I can promise you, people will follow you. And I can promise you, you will make a difference in people's lives and impact them and put your personal touch on each and every guest experience here at Westgate Park City. And I can promise you that if we continue to deliver that day in, day out, if you continue to wake up and want to inspire and motivate and develop and have people follow you, I can promise you that Westgate Park City will continue to be the #1 resort in Park City, Utah.